It's been 7 hours, 14 days since it's a starry day. I go out every night to make a profit. I love my hairs. Look at that. Wow. It's not really look tiny. I gotta wear my hair. How do I look? It looks terrible as it is. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jay, who does the photo and video stuff for architectural stuff in South Korea and slice a little bit of drone work. And a couple of days ago, I found a program named Mission Planners, which allow us to draw the polygon on the maps where you exactly cover for your mappings like other programs do, and you can make the automations of the greedy patterns to use on the virtual Litchi missions program to do your drone work. Yes, it's free. It's a little bit complicated, but I test out, it's working beautifully, and let's find out. Oh, I don't know why I'm always having a trouble with the openings. So after watching this video, what you can get is you can actually draw on the map where you want to cover when you do the mappings with the polygon tool, like other programs has the functions using combination with the Litchi app. So it's free, but it's a little complicated. But once you've done it, it's pretty simple, I guess. But there's still one more job. Anyway, to do that, you need to download two programs, which is first, of course, the Mission Planners. By the way, as always, I put on all the links in this video. Down below the description area, you can find the link. And there's one more files you probably download it and add up to the folders. I'll explain that in a minute. So first thing first, you need to download the Mission Planners. Go to the home, and you can have a look at the manual, I guess. You can have a look at the informations or the introducings and stuff like that. And what we need to do is right now, go to the installing Mission Planners and find out the link of the program. Download the latest Missions Planner installer from here. You can click it, download it, and install it. And go to the second link. Oh, by the way, the second program we need to download is the Convertor. So actually, we can draw the polygons onto the Mission Planner and then save it. And we need to convert that file with this second program to import it onto the virtual Litchi missions on your PC. By the way, I'd like to big thanks to the Air2s, Y-A-R-O-S. I'm kind of hoping that's pronounced it right, his names. This is a genius guy who created the Convertor program. I'd like to say that big thanks to the Air2s. Thank you. And download the Converters. Click here to download it for the window. I already done it. And move to the desktop. I recommend to move to the desktop. I will explain why in a minute. And once you download it, install the Mission Planners, launch it. If you run the programs, you will see these screens. And we don't really need to the others options. It looks really professional. But left top corner, the second menus, which is called Plan, and click it, you will see another maps. If you take a look at the center of the screen on the maps, there is a red cross always centered, so you can move around your map and to set up your home point. And then zoom out, just check out whether I'm still recording the screen. It's recordings. And zoom in and set up your home point and mouse right click and second last menu, set the home here, and you will see this. You can set up the home points right over here. So, and then you can draw with polygon tool. Where is the polygon tool? It's the left hand side. There's two buttons and zoom buttons. Above that there is a polygon tools here. So first menu, draw the polygons. And start to draw the area where you want to cover it. Start from here to here. Come on, here and here and here. I just draw the rectangle, but you can add up to the new waypoints, make like any shape you want. It's beautiful. Like this. I want to reduce a little bit of the water parts. Something like that. But basically, I want to cover include. Hold on. Let me reduce the this area, but I want to include the highways, the bridge. Once you're done with the drawing, the polygon, the shapes, and mouse right click and go down, looking for auto WP waypoint. And go to the survey grid. Once you click it, you will see a lot of the something looks like a green sprout stuff. I kind of have the slightly have the phobias of the green sprout. Look at the dots, which scared me a little. Anyway, there's a lot green sprout. What you need to do, go. Actually, well, I'll explain soon after this. If you go to the right hand side, there are just 3 tabs, which is simple, grid option, and third one, the camera configs. If you don't see the second and third one, you will see the display menu here, and you can click on advanced option. It will appear the second and the third tabs here. Excuse me. The first thing you need to do is try to find out your device, like which is mine. In case mine is Air2s, but if you just install the program, you can't find the Air2s or the minis, whatever you have it. So you need to actually manually add up the camera information to the mission planner, which I already done it. So I like to explain how to do it. Hold on, let me close up a little bit. Oops. So the third link I provide is from the you can download the camera files, which is already I add up to the Air2s and the Mini2. If you have something else, you can add up to the that files, which is really easy. If you open up the file I provided, there is a last sections, Mini2 camera informations. FELN is the focal length. Mini2 focal length is 4.49, and image height is 3,000, is it? 3,000, and the width is 4,000, and the sensor size, the height is 4.55, and width is almost double it. So Air2's sensor is actually almost double up the Mini2's. Interesting. So first one is the focal length. Focal length is not equivalent to the 35 millimeters. It's actually focal length of the Mini2, so which is 4.49. And in my case, Air2 camera's focal length is 9.8 1.8 is really hard. Let me read it again. 9.18 size of the focal length, which equivalent. All right, having a hard time to pronounce it here. Equivalent to the 35, which is 22 millimeters. So you need to actually put on the actual focal length of your devices, and the image size and the sensor size. You can just copy these area and paste it into it, and you can change the whatever your device have, and including the camera size, the image size, the informations, and you can place it into. If you go to the documents on your computers, there is a mission planner folder, and you can find the original camera XML files. You can replace with my files if you are owner of the Mini2 or the Air2s, or you can add up to your new device in the files and launch the program again. You will see, hold on, order waypoint survey, there you go. And you will see the camera information. You just add up to the file end of the list. So in my case, I put on the Air2s, and the altitude I want to put on like 150, angle not much, and speed according to the creator of the converter. He recommended to put in the 20 kilo per hour. I don't know why. I don't think it really matters, but we need to. It's a good idea always follow the manual first, right? You can change after the importing the files onto the Litchi missions program. So once you set up the speed and go to the next second tab, you need to adjust the overlaps and the side reps. Overlap I put in the 85, side rep I put on the 70.5%. Is there anything else I need to change it? No. Oh yeah, delay at the waypoint 3 seconds. Somehow it doesn't work for me. If somebody can find out how to make it works, please share it. Anyways, third one's camera information, blah blah blah. We don't need to touch anything. Once you've done it, you can check out the flight time left down here. The states, the flight time, and the photo takes every 3.5 seconds. What else we need to see it? Hold the distance between the lines, something basic information to your flights. And if you're happy with that and accept it, if you accept it, it will produce like this beautiful gridded patterns automatically. So once you have the result, save the files on the desktop. Say Semi1 test 01. And then go to the desktop where you actually place the mission planner converters, and launch the converters and copy the whole file's name, including the file extensions. So file extensions of this file is waypoints, dot waypoints, including dot waypoints. So put in the whole file's name, including again file extension, and place enters. And it shows the file saves on your desktop with this name, lichmissions.csv. Press enter to exit. There you go. I just hide it. And go to the virtual Litchi missions and go to the imports. You can press the this small rectangle button here, and it will show, find out the file you saved it, converted to lichmission.csv. Double click it. Oops, what did I do? Oh, import to the new missions. Ta-da! You'll see, you just made the waypoint missions on the mission planner. We can import it to these programs. But I need to delete it first again. So according to the manuals, who created Convertor, by the way. Before you import it at the files, you need to set up the basic setup. Change the basic setups, like go to the settings, change the unit to the meters, and heading mode autos, and the finish actions return to the home, and the path mode straight lines, and cruising speed 20. Let's match to the what we created from the mission planners, and according to the manual, by the way. And default gimbal pitch mode disabled. So this is recommended settings before you actually imported the files according to the creators. So I think it's a good idea to follow the manual first. So again, go to the import, select the files, import new missions. There you go. And now I actually want to check out the height, altitude, sorry. Go to the first waypoint missions. There you go, altitude 150 meters. Go to the settings. You can actually change the... I actually need to go slow a little bit. You can actually change the speed, cruising speed. I tested out, it's still working. You can reduce the speed to increase the accuracies of your mappings, or you can decrease. You can increase the speed to reduce the time. Depends on your situations. But in my case, 15 is good for the drone the accuracy. So I change this and close it. Once you close it, you will see that the time, flight distance, and the time here. So 55 minutes is give and take like a 2 battery, I guess. And save it, your missions, and go to the field and load up your mission created on the PC, and you start to do the job. Let me take a break and check out make sure it's not missing anything. Set up the menus, the focal lengths. Yes. Oops. Basic setup is before we import a CSV, set the heading manually. Oh yeah. So if you go to the field, before you proceed your mappings, waypoint missions, what are we missing for the settings? There is one thing we're missing. There's one thing missing on this setting, which is the heading page. There's no menus. We actually can set up the headings. There's actually menu under the mission planner, set up the heading, but somehow it doesn't work. So first you need to fly the drones and place it at the first waypoint, and you need to adjust this heading page. So in my case, look down like -90, like this, and then you can finally proceed with your waypoints missions, and it will stay where it is until it finishes the last waypoints. That's something very important. You gotta keep it in mind. Wow, that's it. I think it's almost done it, yeah? I can finish before the half an hour. I mean, this is why the practice is really important. To be honest, this is almost the third time to do this. Anyway, yes, go to the WebODMs. So come back to the office with the data. You can adjust a little bit of the highlights or something onto the Lightrooms, and then export it and do the process, and it looks like this. Go to the 3D maps. Oops, this is something different. Oh, there you go. 3D modelings. Have a look at the map first. So I draw like this area, and the wait, is it the auto photo? Oh yeah. I don't remember what the resolution was, but it looks really good. Actually, is that weather is really good that day? And go to the 3Ds. There is something I like to mention is, so go to appearance, increase this one, and turn off the lights. Don't light. As you can see, this really beautifully processed, but it's somehow I can see that the little bit of distortion, not from the front part. If you go turn around at the back part, I can see the little bit of distortion, which I already mentioned in my previous videos. So if you do that, when you do the grid patterns, first patterns like we did the -90s, and the second patterns a little bit lower altitude with the different gimbal pitch, like a -85 or -80s. Then you can avoid this like a sort of like camera distortions according to the WebODM manuals. It doesn't appear all the time. Let me bring that up the second samples here. There you go. Go to the 3D models. I did exactly same patterns at the same altitude and same gimbal pitch, which is a -5 and -90s, and it doesn't appear on these samples. If when I rotate it, go to the back side, I don't really see the distortion of camera distortion on these samples. But I don't know why, but it depends on the satellites values of the depends on the locations. I don't know why, but to avoid this camera distortion, let me show it again for the last ones. There you go. So you can see the camera distortion is here, and I'm pretty sure the lens doesn't look like this, like these shapes, like a little distorted in the centers, down a little bit. So if you're interested how to avoid the camera distortions, I'll put in the link here. Again, you can watch my previous video to avoid how to avoid the camera distortions. And let's render it first to the 3D models. Let's see if still have the camera distortion, the 3D model and stuff. I'm pretty sure will be a little distortion back size, but not much at the fronts. When I take it back, that's the same distortion, the front and back. Oh, by the way, I'm using the WebODM's new engines, and it has new feature which is called the rolling shutters. I haven't fully tested out its workings, but haven't fully tested out. I will let you guys know if that's really working, but I only tried it at one sample, so I actually need to more place to try out to see whether it's working. But the engine really, new ODM's engine faster, and somehow it works really great. I mean, they get rid of which we don't want to see at the results. They can really get rid of wells, and I'm pretty sure it's way faster than previous engines. So you guys want to have a look at this WebODM new engine as well. Okay. See the camera positions here? Oh, I can see that the distortion is right over here. Even though I fly like straight fly patterns. But I believe the physically drawn flight is straight at the same altitude, but somehow the data we collected and somehow affected the distortions, I guess. Anyway. All right, I think that's pretty much it I'd like to talk about is for these videos. Let me just briefly have a look at my memories if there's something I missed it. Then the setting gimbal page, the ending is coming. Let me sum up again. So to do this, you need to use two programs: download the mission planners and download the converters and the draw and your polygon. With the polygon tool, you can draw it on the cover and make the waypoint missions and download that files and import it on the Litchi virtual Litchi mission program. You can save it as your waypoint mission used for your mappings. It's a little more steps compared to other program, but it's free, except the Litchi. It's free, and once you get used to it, it's not that complicated, isn't it? All right, I think that's pretty much it I'd like to talk about in this videos. I know it's been a while, and I was busy with my work, but also I was looking for the better information to make your life easier. So again, thanks for the waitings, and thank you for the watchings. And for next content, I'd like to. That's it? No, where's my next content? Next content is coming up is facades, if I pronounce correct, facade missions for the facade missions and speed tests, including ground control points related for the accuracy issues. For the next contents, and something's more is coming. So if you guys are interested in my contents, don't forget to subscribe and please leave the like button if you enjoy this content. And again, thanks for the ratings, and see you guys in the next videos. Thank you.